Hello everyone. Welcome to Married at First Sight Review. Welcome to my channel, guys. Let's go. Alright, you guys know I have to hit you guys with an introduction, but let's get this started. We're gonna start off with Alyssa and Chris. This episode really was honestly was a mainly focused on Alyssa and Chris and Katina and Olajuwon. So we're gonna start off with them first. Alyssa. I'm trying to give you the benefit of that, girl. I'm trying, girl. But girl, what's going on, honey? I'm trying. But anyway, this it first started off with this scene where she was getting ready for her big day. She was excited. I guess apparently only Alyssa could get only Alyssa was shown receiving a gift from the groom. It seems like the other lady did not get one, or they didn't show it to us. So Chris and her, they didn't show us the gift. They only show us a sweet little letter he wrote to her along with the gift. And she pretty much, and her girlfriend was like, oh, pretty much that's what we was thinking. What was the term he used? And it's like, oh my God, that's exactly what it was. Endearment. I don't remember exactly, but it was basically how she was feeling is what he wrote to her. She was very excited because that gave her like, okay, the extra kind of know what they're doing. But no, sidetrack. Honestly, maybe I didn't watch the full 2-3 hours episode of the matchmaking special. But when was the physical attraction a big deal to Miss Alyssa? Because last time I checked, honey, this episode shows like physical attraction. It's really important. If I'm not physically attracted to him, it's not gonna work. She's like, she want a tall, scrubby, nice teeth. And I'm like, oh God. Chris he's a decent looking dude. He ain't ugly, but listen, editors, you guys came blazing for Chris for this episode because everything she was saying about him, you guys point exactly. I'm like, you guys are wrong, editors. I know you guys trying to spin it for a little entertainment purpose. I kind of like it, but the man got feelings. But honestly, I feel like one of his groomsmen, if it was him, I don't remember his name, Nick, Ron, the one in the middle, because he looked more like a top. Because honestly, when they matched them up, even though they never present her to be superficial, I might be off for that. But it seems like the show's portraying her to be kind of superficial. Not kind of, they are portraying to be superficial. So it's like, why she's matching up with him? Because I really don't get it, girl. Why is Dr. Pepper, Pastor Kyle, and Dr. Viviana doing this to you? Because, honey, I don't know why, but when listen, this is how you know. When this had started getting it, when the season I do watch, you know the brides is not attractive toward their spouse, because what's her name did that. She was not as blunt as as her name, Alyssa. Because when the over voice, he was like, oh, I'm very attracted to my wife. She's beautiful. She's attracted, da da da. And then they were saying something, and then her facial expression was like stone cold, like, oh, get me out of here. I'm actually surprised she actually kissed him. I thought she was not gonna kiss him. Honestly, I really thought she wasn't, because her face was like, I don't want to be here at all. I'm shocked. I'm surprised she kissed him. I'm surprised she allowed him to hold her hand. She looked like she was repulsive, honestly. She was like trying to put a front, but I'm like, according to your vows, you're very blunt. I'm like, okay. This girl did not want to. They was like, lean your head on his chest. She's like, no. Okay. It's just, I guess it's just me different. But if you are willing to marry, I'm not telling you to sleep with the guy. But if you wanted to marry a stranger, a little head on the shoulder shouldn't hurt. But I'm realizing that they said, why they match them up? Because they both honest, and they would both want a deeper connection. Okay, we're gonna do this. Deeper connection. Huh, okay, I get that, but she's her physical, but her facial physique she's looking for is overpowering than what she wants in that character. It was so funny because he is so affectionate and she's not. And her friend said that. She's like, well, she's hard to get in. She's very standoffish, pretty much. She's not affectionate. She don't like to do this. She don't like that. I'm like, girl, what do you want? You just want what? And then listen, I feel like she's using this as an excuse because when she was talking to the groomsmen, and they was like, oh, he was like imperious or snotty. I'm like, and she started like, and what else they said? They was like, oh, he likes to lead. He likes to he think he's above it all. And I'm like, listen, I don't get that, but hey, that's not here or there. That's not what they're showing. But anyway, at the end of this, at the end of what? At the end of their segment, why she's lying to herself, but it is not whatever. It's not here or there. It is what it is. But why is at the end this girl literally start having a fit? Literally having a fit. His friend says, he's snotty. He's this. He's super. I'm like, he's not any of the physical aspect, the characteristic that I asked for, that I asked the expert for. I'm like, girl, which one is it? Just said you're not attractive to him. She kind of like sneak at the end. Oh, he don't have any of the physical aspect that I asked for. Girl, just said that because you was fine. You said you told your friends, you told your mama that you like him. Why lie now? Oh, he doesn't have the characteristic that I'm looking for. Girl, stop lying to yourself. Just say, listen, I ain't physically attracted to you. That's it. I thought you was blunt. You blunt, right? Just tell me, listen, physically I ain't attracted to you. That's it. No need to be like, oh, I heard that. I heard some things about you, and that make me uneasy. Like, girl, just be. You say you blunt. You been blunt. You been blatting all day. Like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. Now you wanna say you're not physically attracted to him. Do not go into this marriage make him assume you're attracted to him, and you're not, honey. It's not gonna work. I guess she don't wanna come off certain type of way, but girl. You already bought 10 dresses. Listen, the editors are milking you nicely so far. And looking at it, it seems like you guys are barely in any of the scenes. And I don't even think you guys move in together. Because baby, Alyssa, he's what she said. Oh my God, crack me. She like, oh, he does look like he looks like a realtor. I'm like, girl, what does a realtor look like? What does a realtor look like? I thought you was a superficial. I thought it was the character that matters, right? I like, girl, make up your mind. But listen, this girl, she's not working on my nerve all the way, cause it is what it is. Listen, I'm not gonna let this. But girl, come on, stop lying to yourself. You might not listen. You're not lying to yourself. Stop lying to the camera. Stop lying like trying to be like, I'm not gonna put myself at this. I don't want this to be on camera. And just walk off. And like, she had the audacity to basically was like, if he doesn't have nice teeth, I hope there's a dentist around, cause I like a man with nice teeth. I'm like, what, girl? Like, you really think that's what? It's a nice smile, but listen, he could get his teeth fixed. That's not. You could get your teeth whitened. Shoot, go ahead. Maybe he didn't have the fun, or he didn't. He ain't. That's not important to him. Go ahead, boo. What's wrong with that? But it's not here. There, it is what it is. But that's it for this girl and Chris, cause she's a train wreck. She's I don't know about that. It is what it is. The next couple. Listen, the next couple is Miss Katina and Olajuwon, right? Oh. Listen, I'm a little biased with this couple because I like them in a sense. So I'm gonna keep it real, but I'm a little biased. They my front runner, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping he don't disappoint me, but I'm not gonna be surprised. But even though I feel like they milking this, it is what it is. But let's get to this couple, right? There was like the second couple that they really focus on. We saw them get married last week. This week we pretty what did they really show us? Pretty much they pretty much show us him talking to his, pretty much the highlight of theirs was Buddy was Katina mom. Katina mom pretty much he was just talking. There was just she's like, oh, I'm very talkative. I'm like my emotion. And they just started having him ramble. And then Katina mom was like, and mind you, he said Katrina instead of Katina. The mom was like, hey, Katina, take out the R. And then she kind of tricked him because he has ADHD, which he is prescribed medication for. I'm like, oh my God, wow, okay. And she was like, are you taking your meds? She's like, yeah, I have it under control. She's like, okay. So pretty much she was like, I'm everywhere, I'm all over the place. And then she was like, listen, it's just I guess his attention span is kind of short. So she pretty much kind of tricked, and she was like, oh, there's a rabbit over there. And when he turned, she just walked away. I don't know if she literally walked away, but they literally stopped as soon as she got up. They stopped there. They ain't showing us nothing else no more. So that was pretty much. Then we learned a little more about from his Katina sat down with his groomsman, his brother, and his friend, and they was pretty much like, listen, you need patience. He's gonna mold you to be the wife that he wants. And then she was like, honestly, I feel like Katina, she could cook, but she don't want to present that she could cook because she don't want to be a homemaker, which is okay, girl. Because I don't know, is it what, because I sure he said, oh, the future wife needs to learn how to cook. But I'm like, because this episode, he was like, okay, well, because when he asked her, when they were sitting there, he's like, oh, do you know how to cook? She's like, I can. And it's like, can you cook? He's like, can it be edible? Can it not be gross? I'm like, okay. He kind of is willing to learn, I guess, in the sense. He's patient, I guess, in that sense. Because I thought he was going to be stand up, hey, you can't cook. But I think in the sense, I don't know if she's hiding it or she really cook or cannot, but we'll see how it goes. Because in the confessional, he was like, listen, it's okay, we're gonna learn together and stuff. I'm like, okay, at least he's open-minded because, honey, baby, you was like, she needs to learn how to cook. I need to have my meals ready by the time I come from work. I'll give him the credit that he's willing, he's open-minded about cooking together because, honey, he was making this like, she needs to have my meals prepped and ready when I come from school. But she found out he works for the state. She's a retirement specialist for the state. So and they was very physical, very affectionate. I love the fact that he was constantly very assuring to her, always saying, complimenting her. I love that fact because I'm like, baby, I love that because he's very emotional. It's just, with his ADHD, I don't know how that's gonna work. It's just, I feel like she's gonna be constantly on her toes, not knowing which him she's gonna get. That's the only thing I'm like, ooh, question mark. I'm like, oh, I see why he's very hyped up. He's very bubbly. I do like the fact that he is vulnerable. He is in tune with his emotion. It's just like, I feel like it's gonna be so overbearing. It's either gonna be too much or too much or too much. I'm like, oh my goodness. But listen, this couple I really don't have. That's all I have for this couple. Let's move on to the next couple. All right, we have Steve and Nora. I think that was the first wedding we saw, but this couple, They nice. I really honestly I did not think he was gonna be physically attractive to her or she was gonna be attracted to him because I don't remember. I thought she said she had a type. Oh, I might be wrong and stuff. But yeah, they had a nice ceremony. She incorporated her culture into the ceremony. She went and changed. She also had him wear some type of shawl, some type of costume over his suit to incorporate her culture. So that was nice. But they didn't hold. I did notice that when they was walking down the aisle, they wasn't holding hands. I thought all the couples hold hands when they was walking down. Even Alyssa and Chris hold hands. Even though it was awkward, they held hands. And then they both, according to the expert, they both are affectionate. So I'm like, okay, but okay. That's not here or there. It is what it is. What he pretty much he we didn't see the scene when he spoke to her parents. No, he did not. But he did speak to her brother. Listen, literally, her brother was like, "Okay, are you gonna get it on tonight?" He was like, He literally was. He presented himself well. He was still kind of like caught off guard, cause he was like, "Okay, if it is what it is, no, I'm not looking. That's what I'm looking for." The brother was like, "Listen, it's either you're gonna hit it or not." Cause and the brother's face, you should have just seen his face. Was like, listen, are you gonna hit it or not? I find that I cracked me up. It cracked me up when I saw. It's just his facial expression was just like, you know, you're gonna hit it. You know, listen. But what did we learn? Oh, she learned that he's basically unemployed. She doesn't appear to be really concerned because according to her, he seemed like his unemployment is by choice. So it's not something that and it's by choice and also it's temporary. It's not something that's gonna be long term. She kind of that's what she said, but her facial expression, maybe it was some other things that was included. Her facial expression was like she wasn't too sure of her answers, but she was giving him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, that's all we're gonna say for that one. There was it. I can't. What else happened with them that I could think of? Yeah, that's it. I really think of nothing that happened to them that I'm like I could think on top of my head. But that was it for them. For Steve, honestly, I do like them. I feel like they will work. I don't see anything they're gonna they like very uppity about. But hey, you never know. But all right, we're gonna go to the next couple. Let's talk about the next couple is Michael and Jasmina. I love this couple. I want to call her Miss Universe, Miss Beauty Queen, because baby, he got a stunner in his hand. If he doesn't know how to handle it, he's gonna be crying. I hope he's secure by himself, because baby, he's giving me not secure. He's giving me I don't know, because I'm like, okay, Michael, come on, Michael. Y'all both from the West Indies. She's Jamaican, you Haitian, which I'm like, but nah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Cause baby, Michael seems to be Americanized, so let's hope he doesn't have the Haitian mentality. Cause baby, them Dino Gonzalez, let me tell you guys something. It's not gonna work well for you because her personality, the way she is, it's not gonna work out. But we barely saw really much of them, pretty much. Oh, they did have a nice ceremony where his three sisters gave her a pen to represent their mom. Because the mom did die from, I don't know what type of cancer, but the mom did die from cancer from back in 2014 or 2013. So there was like basically the mom is that pen represent her watching over them now. She's gonna be watching over Jasmina now. That was very nice. Even though I know Jasmina is not 100% attracted to Buddy because he's on the short side or whatever physical attribute she wanted, but she's willing to stick it out. So I do appreciate that about them. So I do like that. Okay, I do like that. And then what else we like? Oh, he sat down with her mom and her stepdad, were pretty much there was like, she was like, okay, what do I need to look for? The mom basically was like, listen, communication, communicate with her. You don't communicate, she likes a talker. She needs you to tell her what it is. Because the stepdad was like, listen, there has to be a time you gotta learn how to be quiet and then when not to say nothing and stuff. And the mom was like, no, communication. He's not that type. I do appreciate that sense, because he seems like he's vulnerable. It's just I still sense that he's not 100%. I think he's guarded, and I get that. It's just it's gonna be a lot. But they both. He's more attracted to her than him, but that's okay. He's supposed to be more attracted to her than anything. Sorry guys about my laugh. I'm sorry guys, I got a little too carried away. But listen, the next couple we're gonna be talking about is Lindsay and Mark. We really did not see much of them on this episode. Pretty much what we saw was he was pretty much asking more insight about her to her dad and her brother, and he was asking for permission to marry her because that's tradition, even though this is not traditional, but he was trying to somehow make it tradition in a sense. So what else we learned? Oh, she was just going off and on. He does appreciate the fact that she is very open, and she did say that, listen, she put her heart on the line. She's very guarded. She always put more into herself than others than they put into her. And he says that she senses that her personality is only like that because she's not vulnerable. But she said that, hey, once she finds that someone that she's able to let her guard down, she's willing to tone it down a bit. So I understand. I get what she meant with that. We didn't really get much besides those two scenes that I could think of from them. That was pretty much it. Besides, he asked her dad for permission to marry her, which is like, okay. Then the fact that they sat down while they was talking, that was it. And then she was just like just talking and stuff like that. But that was it for this couple. It wasn't really much. But listen, for the preview of this season, why do we have Steve saying I love you? We have Katina saying I love you on the confessional. Who else? We have Lindsay saying I love you. I'm like, what is this? I love you season? What's going on with Marry at First Sight this season? Everybody, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then if anybody noticed, you barely see Miss Alyssa and Mark on this season. You guys not notice that? They barely on the screen besides that scenes where they're on the balcony. He pretty much so-called, I don't know but it seemed like they're editing it. Like he pretty much called her a liar and she was like storming off and stuff. But listen, Alyssa, you wanted to get married so bad, baby girl. You had to, your physical attribute has to be lower somewhere somehow, because honey, if superficial was so important to you, honey, you should have stayed in the dating scene and dealt with it, because you're on a show where unfortunately most people that are superficial are not gonna apply, because guess what, they get what they want. So why are you here, honey? But listen, that is all for Married at First Sight season 14, episode 3 review, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the love. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, guys. See you guys next week. Bye.